Hello and welcome to Graceful Connections, presented by Academy for the Soul. I'm your host, Sophie Bidard, and the co-creator of Graceful Connections, together with Christel Hughes, founder of Academy for the Soul, the online school for intuitive arts. Today, I'm delighted to welcome you for a special healing interactive event with Reiki Master Bevell. It's going to be a very lively, rich, and profound experience. So thank you all for being with us and bringing your unique vibration, colors, and energetic imprint, without which something would be missing. Thank you for answering yes to the calling of grace and the calling of healing to be received from beyond the veil. So let's begin. I invite you to relax and take a few deep breaths. Breathing out all that does not belong to this moment. Let's bring all of your attention and your presence here and now. We set our intention that our time together, all that is shared in words and beyond the words, all the energies that we call in and flow serve our highest good, our evolution, and be of service to the highest good of all. I invite you to open your heart, or open it even more, and be ready to receive. And to open your mind, or open it even more, and be ready to receive. Activating your connection to the new earth crystalline grid and your connection to galactic center, the center of truth. You are held, both grounded and suspended. You are safe, relaxed, and ready, and open to receive. Now I'm calling the orb of grace from the heart of the universe and placing the orb of grace around our group, our gathering, each and every one of us, that we be held in the orb of grace, held in the orb of grace and infused with grace all along our time together. Let's take a moment to adjust to the purity and the subtle high frequency of grace, allowing it to gracefully dissolve, realign, harmonize, amplify, magnify all that needs to be so, in purest alignment with divine will and the divine order of grace. And breathe. Beautiful. Now, within the Orb of Grace, I'm delighted to welcome our wonderful expert speaker today, Reiki Master Bevell. It is such a blessing to have you with us today, Brett. Welcome.
Thank you. Thank you so much for having me.
Yeah, we love having you again. You were with us in a past edition of Graceful Connections. So wonderful to have you again. Today, our time is totally dedicated to healing with healing wisdom and live experience. And Brett is going to take us beyond the veil, accessing healing wisdom from spiritual masters. and also going to offer intuitive readings. So to request your reading, press *2 on the phone or click raise hand on the web to come on the line with Brett, or you can place your request in the Q&A box on the web and ask what card from the Reiki Divine Healing card deck has healing and wisdom for me. And we will be blessed with a healing to be received right here on the call. We'll get a live experience of this healing from beyond the veil as Brett will bring in his guide, Olivia, and the beautiful one. So that's going to be very special, very profound, I am sure. For now, let's take a deep dive into our topic of accessing healing wisdom from the spiritual masters. And before you share with us about some of the specific guides that you are working with in healing, I'd like to begin with asking you, Brett, are there specific advantages to working with these healers who are now in the spirit realm?
Yes, there definitely are. And, I've been doing energy healing for almost 30 years now, and it wasn't really until recently I was taking a year-long clairvoyant training that it opened my eyes to the fact that there's literally schools of healing that exist on the other side of the veil. So there are beings that are trained and training and studying, not only when they're here on Earth, but when they have passed on and they're on the other side. They're continuing that work. They're continuing that deep dive into how to move energy, how to clear the chakras, how to do deep karmic clearing. And so I was blessed in the clairvoyant training that I was taking to be gifted two very powerful healing guides. And what I've seen with working with them has been really very profound and amazing. And again, I still love Reiki. I still love, the more traditional energy healing forms, but this really just takes it to another level. And again, to me, the really special part, and I never had any awareness of this, is that there are actual schools within the Cathedral of Souls and other schools that exist on the other side of the veil. So when people have passed on, if you were a Reiki master in this life and you've passed on, if you want to be going to school on the other side, on the other spiritual side, and deepen your studies and go even further, that is occurring. And again, I was never aware of that until I took this clairvoyant training and was actually introduced to some of the powerful healing guides that have done that work and who now work through me. So
yeah, I never heard of that either, and that's really fascinating. Now let's clarify. So these schools, let's call healing schools beyond the veil, right? Because that's what we're about. They are for the spirit to keep learning, but do they also become like teachers? Like, are they your teacher in some way to you who are incarnated?
Well, I would say yes. So when they come in and work with me and through me, I'm definitely getting deeper insights, particularly if I'm doing a one-on-one on somebody, or even when I'm doing group healings. I'll have deeper insights about what's happening with the group than maybe I would normally have if I was just doing Reiki or other forms of energy healing. So definitely there's very powerful insights that come to me while I'm working with them in that way. So I do feel through that, in that way, yes, they are teaching me. But the way I work with them primarily is just simply allowing them to come into the space energetically. And again, I'm not going to go into elaborate detail about how I connect with them and how I bring them through. But once I bring them through, really they're the ones doing the work, and I'm more witnessing and kind of in a place of awe, like, wow.
Yeah. Well, I must say, as we were chatting before beginning the call, and you mentioned you're going to bring them in, and wow, did I feel some some intense vibrations in my legs, in my feet, and so their presence is really, really felt like right away. So let's get specific, Brett, and later on we're going to have an experience of a healing where you will bring your guides, specifically Olivia and the beautiful one. So how did you begin working with them specifically, and what can you share about them?
Sure. So I'll start with Olivia, because Olivia, who is the being that I was introduced first, and again, this all happened through a clairvoyant program that I've been in for the last year. Mm-hmm. And when I was introduced to Olivia, it was through a sacred ceremony with the teacher, where he brought through guides that were individually karmically meant to work with each of us individually. And so the being that showed up for me was Olivia, and we were invited to ask about the guide. And so what Olivia shared with me was that the last time she was in a human body, was in the 1600s in London, in England. And she was a master healer in that time, working more through, herbalism. And, if she had been caught, she probably would have been burned as a witch, just because she, had very powerful knowledge of herbs and working with the earth and the powerful potentials that exist there. But since then, again, there are healing schools that exist on the other side. So since that time, she's been doing her own deeper spiritual work, healing work in those schools within the Cathedral of Souls and other schools to develop her own powerful healing abilities. And she's very adept at doing deep energy clearings, clearing the chakras, meridians, the different layers of the aura, moving energetic pictures out of people's space that might be hindering their evolution. So that's the work that she does. And then I would say it was maybe about a month or 6 weeks after I was introduced to her that we then, in this program that I was in, we then received a second guide. That guide I refer to as the Beautiful One. That is actually not her name. Her name, when it comes to me, it's so complex I can't pronounce it. I just simply refer to her as the Beautiful One, and that just really matches her energy and how she shows herself to me. And the Beautiful One has had previous lifetimes in ancient Lemuria, ancient Atlantis. She's a very, very ancient and wise soul. Her healing is also manifested in more physical realms. So she can work energetically, but she can also help people move through deeper physical issues as well. So, and they both bring through additional lights as well. So Olivia can bring through an energy that in this clairvoyant program that they referred to as the Christ Force energy, which was not an energy that came from Jesus, but it's an energy that Jesus used while he was on the earth in a body. And it's an energy that these beings also know how to tap into. So Olivia can bring through that Christ Force energy, which is very, very powerful. And Beautiful One can bring through this deep healing vibration that was part of the sacred healing temples in ancient Atlantis. So when I bring those two possibilities together, which I often tend to do at the end of a healing, again, it tends to be very deep and profound in terms of the level of release that occurs.
Okay, yeah. So you bring the both of them together and you let them do their own dance of each one does their thing.
Yeah, I literally bring them into, so I'm right now as I'm speaking to you, I'm in a light trance, and they are both kind of connected into the back of my hands. So they don't actually overtake my body. In this clairvoyant program, we were really taught, you need to maintain sovereignty of your own energy field, but you can have these master healers come in and connect with the back of your hand chakras, and that through that, what happens actually is through that it's symbiotic. So what Olivia and Beautiful One get is not only the opportunity to do healing work, which they love and enjoy, but also by tapping into the back of my hand chakras, they're also remembering and reconnecting what it's like to be connected to a body, right? So they're kind of getting that sense of what it's like to be in 3D and 4D reality, which they're usually not in the spirit world. So that's part of the benefit for them, and then also doing the healing work. And so I invite them to connect in with that, and then they're just basically bringing their energy into this 3D realm, using my hands basically as a conduit, but they're the ones that are really doing the work.
Okay. Okay. Wow. Um, so there's a question that popped up as you were talking about Olivia. So I'm going to ask it, and let's ask for both Olivia and the beautiful one. Is by any chance Olivia an ancestor of yours or
I
not
have
at
no
all?
I have no indication that she is. She has not
Uh-huh.
indicated to me that she is.
Okay. So either she's not or it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Okay.
I have, like I said, I'm not getting any, and she's with me right now, and I'm not getting any sense of like, oh yeah,
Right.
they're
Okay.
related necessarily.
Okay.
And I also have no direct ancestry to England. Yeah.
Okay. So that's something really different, kind of a nuance from what comes through our ancestry and the support that we can get from our ancestors, right?
Yeah. Yeah. And again, I think working with the ancestors can be very, very powerful, but these beings are not my ancestors in the
Right.
sense of, DNA. They are beings that are in a school on the other side, and they
Mhm.
are trained to work at master level. Um, they're total energetic masters. And again, in this program that I was in, we were, each introduced to our kind of own beings that wanted to work with us. And again, it's a free
Right.
will choice.
Right.
So, they don't have to work with me, but they choose to, and I choose to allow them to work with me.
Mhm.
Um, and again, that, I don't want to go into the long complexities of the training I was involved with, but it's not something that is whimsical or light, like, oh, I'm just going to go randomly connect with some being. These beings were highly vetted by
Mhm.
the teacher of the program, so these bringing in high beings of light that have done deep trainings on the other side of the veil.
Right. Yeah. Okay. Great. So I love that we're going to have an experience with you and with them later on during our call. Now there is also Zion. So who is Zion and how did you begin working with him?
Yeah, so I've been working with Zion for about maybe 4 months now. And Zion came to me not through the clairvoyant training that I was working in, but one day I was working with one of my fellow teachers in the Magical Awakening Energy Healing System. And while we were working together, my dear friend Michelle Denis, and we both tapped into the fact that just as this wonderful clairvoyant teacher who I had could tap in to, magical, powerful healing beings on the other side, that could also work through Lady of the Lake, who I have a deep personal connection with as the founder of the Magical Awakening Energy Healing System. She and Merlin co-created that. And so we found that Lady of the Lake could also assign powerful healing master guides from the other side who had done more work
Mm.
in ancient Avalon, right? And so the being that she connected me with is Zion, who is really quite ancient and
Mm.
does really wonderful, deep karmic releases. I've had a lot of success doing deep karmic work with Zion. And so I don't have Zion present with me right now just because it's a little full with Olivia and Beautiful One being in my energetic field.
Yeah.
But Zion is part of the program that I am offering.
Mhm.
That we'll talk more about in depth later.
Yeah, okay. And so his specialty is, in short, I'm sure there's much more to it, but the deep karmic work, right?
He can do very, very deep karmic work.
Okay. Okay, great. Wow. Well, we're in very good company with you and your team. And I mean, there's so many more in your team, but today you're bringing some specific these guys, and it is really fascinating, this whole idea and this concept and reality of the healing schools behind the veil. So thank you for bringing this to our awareness and bringing them. Now let's get personal with the intuitive readings, Brett. So everyone, To request your reading, press star 2 on the phone or click raise hand on the web to come on the line with Brett, or place your request in the Q&A box and ask what card from the Reiki Divine Healing card deck has healing and wisdom for me. So while everybody's requesting or raising their hand, Brett, before we start the readings, can you please tell us about the Reiki Divine Healing card deck and how it works?
Yeah, so the Reiki Divine Healing card deck is a deck of 44 cards. Each card has its own Reiki crystal in it. And a Reiki crystal is an energetic crystal, not a physical crystal, but it's a crystal made out of the light of Reiki. The first Reiki crystal came to me through a mystical experience I had with Mikao Usui back in 2007. And once a card is empowered to its own Reiki crystal, then I also programmed it to have a specific intention. So in the deck, there are 44 cards. The cards are divided into 4 different suits. There's a suit of Reiki's Foundations, which has a card for Mikao Usui, a card for the different powerful symbols in Reiki. And again, each of those cards can actually send you energy healing. There's another suit, which is a suit of Reiki meditations, which are deep meditations for forgiveness, inner peace, self-love, and so on. There's also a suit of divine beings, saints, and avatars, and each of those cards has a Reiki portal, has the ability to create a Reiki portal, linking a person directly to a specific divine being, such as Jesus or Amma or Kuan Yin or the Archangel Michael or Gabriel or Raphael, to bring their energy deeper into a healing. And then there's also a 4th suit, which is like I call the suit of Reiki treatments, which are just very specific treatments, such as organ and organ systems healing, mental emotional healing, etc. So the deck is beautiful. The cool thing about the deck is that the cards themselves can actually send you energy healing. I've done a number of healings both online and in person, and actually had a very, very powerful experience last year at Omega Institute, where I and the artist for the deck, a dear friend of mine named Ben Scheikowitz, we were doing a presentation at Omega Institute, and there were a number of veterans who were there. So, men and women who had been through the horrors of war and who, were at Omega Institute to help release that trauma. And they attended that night, and they loved the event so much and found so much benefit from it that they actually made it known to the CEO of Omega Institute how much they enjoyed our presentation that night. And about a week after they left, the CEO of Omega came up and told me about that. And so I was like, wow, if people who've been through the kind of the deepest horrors of war are feeling and experiencing the power of these cards, then to me that's a deep confirmation that the cards work and have the power that I believe they do.
Yeah, absolutely. I get tears in my eyes, so that feels very, very true, very right. So, just to clarify, so you're gonna pull cards for each request. So we receive the healing, the energy, the wisdom, no matter that we don't see the card, we don't hold the card in our hand. The card does its own work distantly and, let's say, blindly, right? We don't even need the visual.
Well, so what I'm going to do is for each person, as they ask their question, I'll pull the card. I'll give a brief description of the card, so I know you can't see it, but maybe like a great image. And then I'm actually going to ask the card to send the healing, not only to that person, but also to anybody in the audience who would also like to receive it.
Oh, thank you. So everyone can receive. Okay, great.
Exactly.
Okay, wonderful. Yeah. Okay, so we're gonna the healing starts now already, right? So we're gonna have a myriad of mini healings happening, and we're gonna have a greater experience later on with Olivia and Beautiful One. Okay, so let's get started with the readings. We'll start with live callers, then we'll take some requests from the Q&A. And again, everyone can receive. So that's really wonderful. So let's start by going to London with Eve. I'm unmuting you, Eve. Hello. Hello, Eve. We cannot hear you. Okay. Brett, can you do the reading for Eve
I
anyway?
can, yeah, I can pick a card and see what wants to come up. So the card that comes up is a Reiki meditation on the Reiki precept, just for today, be grateful. And if you could see the card, it's two hands holding a beautiful pink carnation. And so I'm going to ask this card right now to take Eve and everybody who's on this journey right now into a Reiki meditation on that precept, just for today, be grateful. And just asking that energy of gratitude to fill us. And as that energy is moving, I'm just going to my own little interpretation on what I'm sensing is that Eve just, maybe start a gratitude journal or, do some kind of affirmation daily where you're just really acknowledging the things in your life that you have to be grateful for. And that advice might apply to others here as well.
Yeah, to really bring the awareness and the intention, like to be intentional with gratitude, right?
Yeah. So if you have another person, you can bring another person on. Again, the energy is always going to keep running in the background.
Okay, it's going to keep, okay,
yeah.
So we're going to have a cascade. And I love that we started with gratitude. I guess what I was sensing is there's the gratitude for our gathering and for having you, Brett. And I feel that it softens the presence. So we are like softened in the presence of each other and in this gathering, starting with the gratitude. So that's really beautiful. So let's go now to Schaumburg with Andrea. I'm unmuting you. Andrea, hello.
Hello, Sophie and Brett. Thank you so much for taking my...
Yeah, you're welcome, Andrea. So, yeah, we can hear you, Andrea.
What card from the Reiki Divine Healing card deck has healing and wisdom?
Yeah, so the card that I've pulled is Chokuray, which for those who are familiar in Reiki is referred to as the power symbol. And I'm asking this card now to send you Reiki, send you the Chokuray energy now, and just asking this card to send that also to anybody on the call now who would like to receive some Reiki. And I'll talk a little bit as that energy is moving forth and as it's moving out to you. And it feels like this, and I'm just going intuitively with what I'm sensing. It feels like the energy is really wanting to go into your kidneys and just help boost them. So I'm also getting a sense of maybe just doing a little more hydration. Maybe sure making you're drinking enough water and keeping yourself well hydrated, because the energy is wanting to go into the area of your kidneys for you specifically. And also, just to give you a visual of the card, what it is a beautiful hand surrounded by some golden light and the Chokuray symbol hovering above the card. And again, that energy is going to kind of continue flowing out there for as long as it feels like is needed. So, Sophie, we can just keep moving on.
Keep moving on. Okay, wonderful. Yeah, beautiful. Cascading. Thank you, Andrea. Blessings. Thank you for bringing this beautiful Chokuray. I love it. Okay, let's go to Telford with Margaret. I'm unmuting you, Margaret. Hello. Hello, Margaret. You're with us on the line. Hello.
Hello. Can you hear me?
Yes,
Hello?
welcome.
Can you hear me?
Welcome. Yes, we can hear you.
Can
welcome,
you hear me?
Margaret. Yes, we can
you.
hear you, Margaret. We hear you. So would you like a card? Okay. Brett, if you want to pick a card.
Sure, I'll pick
Margaret.
a card. This next card is Reiki, which is the mental emotional healing symbol. So it brings mental emotional healing. And so I'm inviting this card to send the Reiki mental emotional healing to our caller now, and also to anybody on this journey with us who would like to receive it, and asking that do a nice deep healing on the mental and emotional body for everybody here. And if you could see the card, it's an image of a beautiful woman with the Reiki symbol hovering up above her crown chakra, kind of bluish hues in the background, and she kind of has this very serene, meditative look on her face. And so again, that energy is just kind of flowing out there now, and will continue to work for a bit on whoever's wishing to receive it.
Beautiful. Thank you. Thank you, Margaret. I hope you received it. Well, you received it anyway. Thank you. Blessings. Thank you, Brett. Let's go on. Let's go back to London with Manisha. I'm unmuting you, Manisha. Hello.
Yeah, hello, Sophie.
Welcome,
Hello.
Manisha. Yes.
Sophie. Brett, I'd love to know what card from the Reiki Divine Healing card deck has healing and wisdom for me, please. Thank you.
So, interesting. The card that I'm picking is the card of Mikao Usui, who is the founder of Reiki. And what this card does is it will actually create a Reiki portal over you to bring Mikao Usui's energy in. And so I'm going to invite this card now to do that for everybody on the call, to bring Mikao Usui's energy and wisdom into the space around each person who's on the call, who wants to receive it. And what I would say for you specifically, and I'm actually seeing Mikao Usui's spirit just really smiling deeply, and it feels like there's a path for you in the field of Reiki. I don't know if you're already initiated or if you're planning on it, but it feels like there is a path for you, and it feels like there's a doorway that's open there for you if that is a path that you choose to pursue. It feels like he's kind of calling you if you wish to step into that beautiful healing journey.
So about 20 years ago, I did learn Reiki levels 1 and 2, and I wonder if that's what we're saying is use it on a sort of a regular basis. Maybe I wonder that's what the message may be.
Yeah, I think the message is to really almost like dust off those tools and really use them and bring them to life in your life right now, so that they're really active. And you may, as you do that, you may even at a certain point consider moving up to a higher level. No pressure on that, but I'm just hearing that it might inspire you to do that.
Wonderful.
A gentle nudge for you, Manisha.
Thank you so much. Yes. Spot
Thank
on.
you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Blessings to you, Manisha.
Thank you.
Okay, let's go on with our cascade. And this is also a gentle nudge for everyone, who has at some point learned some Reiki and maybe forgot about it or didn't really practice it for a while, like bring it back up. I was feeling some really warm sensations in my heart as you were saying that for Manisha, Brett. So it's going to bring a lot of loving energies and nourishment to the hearts. And for everyone who felt moved, it may be your invitation to, enter the realm of Reiki. So if you feel called to do so, that's your nudge. With that, let's go to Canada. Let's keep our cascade going to Canada with Angelique. I'm unmuting you, Angelique. Hello.
Yes, hello there. Oh my goodness,
Hello.
Thank you so much, Sophie. And hello, Brett. Thank you. I, of course, wanted to know what card from the Reiki Divine Healing deck has healing and wisdom for me. I also took a course on Reiki, but this was online, probably about 3 years ago or so, and I didn't really feel that it resonated with me then, but I'm wondering whether now it's something that I should pursue.
Okay, so I'm picking the card. The card I'm picking is called the Reiki crystal, and again, the Reiki crystal is basically the foundation of what I call psychic Reiki, which I have some books about. But the Reiki crystal is also the energetic device that exists in each of these cards to be able to do the magic that they do. So I'm going to ask this card to send Reiki to your brain and nervous system, as well as to the brain and nervous system of everybody who's here on this journey who would like to receive some healing, so that it's opening you to be able to really relax into your own awareness of your own answers that exist within you. So just again, asking this card to send healing to your brain and nervous system to open you to your own answers that already exist inside. And, it is showing me that, one of the things about, I'm going to go on for a little bit here. One of the things about Reiki is I love Reiki, but it's not a modality that is really standardized or governed by any particular body. So sometimes the quality of trainings can really vary from one Reiki teacher to the next. So what this card is telling me is that maybe, re-explore that possibility, whether it's an online training or an in-person training. My sense is that maybe the training you took wasn't really a right match for you. And that because the energy feels very strong with you and around you, that it's very palpably there for you. So I would just say maybe reconsider a different training if you're feeling drawn to go deeper into Reiki.
I'm sorry, just to ask then, are you implying, like when you say that it's palpable, this energy, that maybe I should, like I'm supposed to be a healer of some sort, or is it just for me? Like the healing I mean.
What I'm seeing is, as I'm holding this card, and just the image that's showing me is these beautiful, almost like champagne bubbles of light pouring out of your hand.
Oh my goodness.
And that as that moves, as that flows, yes, it's for you, but as your own light starts to radiate more, as your own light starts to deepen more, then that also affects everybody around you. It affects your family, it affects your friends. And it could be that from that, then you grow to want to share that light with others. But in the beginning, it's going to be more about yourself.
And you said champagne through my hands, right? Through my hands.
That's the image that I was seeing. It was like these beautiful bubbles of light that looked like
flow,
champagne
right?
Out of your hand.
No, you know why? It just, I have goosebumps because champagne is actually my nickname. And
oh well, if that's not a calling for you, Angelique.
Wow.
Oh my goodness!
Champagne, here it is. Cheers to you.
Oh, thank you so much. Thank you.
Blessings
to you both.
Thank you,
and to everybody. Thank you.
Oh wow! Well, no wonder as you were talking, Brett, I was again feeling the warm sensations in the heart and feeling how this, if you follow the calling, but I get the sense that you will, Angelique, it will bring so much nourishment to your heart, like your heart is thirsty for this champagne, right? So no wonder. Yeah, wow, this is really interesting. Beautiful. Oof, thank you. Okay, we'll come back to take more live callers. Is it okay to take a few requests from the Q&A? Because we have so many requests in the Q&A. Beautiful. So I want to go, first we're going to go to Mumbai. Mumbai, we have Asha asking what card from the Reiki Divine Healing card deck has wisdom and healing and wisdom for Asha in Mumbai.
So the card that I picked is one of the cards that is from the suits of divine beings, saints, and angels, and it's the Archangel Metatron. And not everyone's familiar with Metatron, but those who've done deep studies of angels would be aware that Metatron in the angelic realm is considered to be the highest angel of all. Some even refer to Metatron as being like the lesser Yahweh, right? And Metatron also, governs certain sacred geometrical powers such as Metatron's cube. And so I'm just going to ask this card to create a portal to Metatron 6 inches above the caller's crown chakra and the crown chakra of anybody on the call who would like to receive that wisdom and that presence of Metatron coming to you now. And so just asking that to unfold. And again, that will just kind of weave deeper into that ongoing cascade of energy that we have going with us, and just open and deepen and just listen to whatever insights may come to you while that presence of Metatron is with you. And Sophie, whenever you want to move
Take
on,
the next. Yeah, thank you. Wow, this one felt really different. I mean, they're each different, but this one went all the way up to straight to my third eye, and like giving a glimpse of the sacred geometry. So really giving a sense of, okay, that's something different here. So very interesting. Okay, just a note for Margaret in Telford. You did get your card and reading from Brett. You'll catch up with the replay. Okay, and until then, enjoy the cascade. We keep going. We're going to Colorado Springs with Felicia. So Felicia writes, my mom Lisa and my cat Willow both have cancer. Could you please pick a card for each of them, if that's okay, or if you want to pick one for all of them or one for each, that would be wonderful for healing and wisdom for Felicia, Lisa, and Kitty Willow.
Okay, so I'm going to pick, the first card I'm picking is the Strength card. So this card, the image on it is of a beautiful image of kind of a flame around a person's spine, just that sense of really standing tall and kind of, moving through the fires of life. And the energetic focus of this card is to bring you into a deep meditation to find strength and to know strength. So I'm going to do this card first, and then I'll move on to the second card that came up. And so I'm just asking this card to bring you and your everybody involved in that situation, including the kitty and anybody on the call, into a Reiki meditation for strength, just to allow you to sense and feel and know that deep well of spiritual strength that all of us have, and to allow it to rise up within you and surround you and fill you with that sense of strength that is from within and that's always with you. And as that is unfolding and continuing, the beautiful thing about these cards is they can work together and simultaneously. And I'm going to do a little activation with that shortly here. So the second card here is of Archangel Michael, who, again, I often think about being both about strength but also protection. And so what I'm going to do, one cool thing about the deck is that it's also very easy to use different cards together, where I ask them to activate and synchronize their energy to work as a combined unit. So I'm going to ask these cards, the Archangel Michael card and the Strength card, to activate and synchronize and send a wave of healing light out to you, to the kitty, to everybody who you mentioned on the call, and also to everybody on the call who would like to receive that. I'm asking that to move out now. And again, we'll just let that wave of light just kind of ripple out and deepen and continue, and to reveal to you whatever it is you need to know or see, and just to know that protective divine light is around you. And protective can also be about protecting our health, protecting us from toxins. So, and just finding that deep well of strength that exists already inside. Sophie, if you want to continue the cascade, we can. Again,
Okay.
each of these cards is just going to layer in more and more. They're all working together through time.
Right. Yeah. I was gonna ask you that. So they are blending. So we've had 8 cards together. They are blending together, right?
They're
Go
all
ahead.
working on different layers, kind of like
Right.
like a beautifully layered treatment. So the ones that we called on before are still with us, at least on some level.
Yeah, beautiful. Okay, we'll come back for more cards. For now, we're gonna keep bathing in this cascade. Maybe everyone taking a moment to check in within. How are you feeling now? Because it is it can be very subtle, right? The shift and what happens, and it unfolds over time, and we may or may not notice, or may not have sensations, and yet after a few minutes or a little while, as now, notice like, wow, I'm feeling really, really different. So take a moment to notice, and we'll come back to have Brett pull more cards. For now, we want to go into the wonderful offering that you have created, Brett, Healing from Beyond the Veil, and we'd love to hear all about it. So for everyone to follow, go to gracefulconnections.com. That's graceful with 2 L's, as in full of grace, gracefulconnections.com/Brett Healing, all in one word, all attached, Brett Healing, gracefulconnections.com/Brett Healing. If you're on the web, you have a button and a link. Click there. If you're on the replay, just scroll down the page to discover Brett's special offer. So, Brett, please reveal what you have created for our audience with Healing from Beyond the Veil.
Yeah, so the package is a series of pre-recorded healings. It's recommended that you do them one day at a time, though you could do them all in the same day if you wanted to. And they also are very beautifully designed so that they can also be repeated for deeper effect. And so on the first day, there's what's called the Daily Chakra and Aura Clearing with Olivia and the Beautiful One. And so again, when you watch that video, Olivia and Beautiful One, who again, they're existing outside of time and space in the spirit world. So even though it's a video, each time you watch it, they're meeting you in that present moment. They're with you in that present moment. And they're clearing your aura, they're clearing your chakras, just kind of resetting your energy for your day so that you're entering the day clean and in a place of energetic sovereignty. So you're not holding on to other people's stuff, other people's pictures, other people's agendas that could get into your energy field. On day 2, still working with Olivia and the Beautiful One, we clear what are called the 3 creative rings. And the 3 creative rings are energetic rings that, again, I learned about in this wonderful clairvoyant training that I was taking last year. These 3 creative rings exist right above the crown chakra. And the first ring is about kind of sovereignty of your physical body and just maintaining optimum health. The second ring that's above that is about your own sense of personal power. And that third ring, which is above that, is about your connection to the divine. So when I'm bringing Olivia and the Beautiful One in, they're clearing those rings. They're making sure that those rings are properly aligned so that you're functioning well on the spiritual level, owning your power, and also just maintaining your own physical well-being. Moving on to day 3, there's a particular healing, again, with Olivia and Beautiful One, where they focus on what's called the master cell. And the master cell, if you can think of it like an energetic hologram that exists in your field that is kind of radiating out to all the cells in your body what your own foundation of personal health is. So when Olivia and Beautiful One do deep work and deep clearing on that master cell, on that energetic hologram, that radiates out to every cell in your body. So sometimes, when we may feel a sense of fatigue or we're just kind of run down, but we don't really know what's wrong, sometimes that's just because that master cell is in a place of dis-ease or it's feeling a little weakened. So again, this is a recording that you'll have that you can watch over and over and over again. And it works not just with the master cell, but it kind of then weaves into a deep healing of all your organs and organ systems. So it's really good for maintaining an optimum sense of physical health. Moving on to day 4, again with working with Olivia and the Beautiful One, they just simply ask that you pick whatever issue you want to work on, right? So you just simply hold the intention of what you want them to work on for you, and because they are multidimensional beings, they are showing up for you in real time in that present moment, whenever you're watching it, and they will know what it is that you are intending that they work on, and they'll just do a beautiful healing on you, whatever that issue is. So again, that's your free will choice issue. Day 5, we shift away from Olivia and Beautiful One, and we bring in Zion, who we spoke briefly about earlier. Again, Zion is a very ancient being that I was shown through Lady of the Lake. And Zion will do a deep karmic healing. Again, it's on the issue of your choice. So maybe you want to do deep karmic healing between you and a relative, or maybe it's between you and a coworker, or you and somebody who's giving you a hard time in your life. So just doing deep karmic healing with Zion. And again, the real beauty about that is you listen to the recording. Sometimes that one-time listen can totally clear that karmic issue. But if you need to repeat it, you just simply watch it over again. And Zion, again, is meeting you in that present moment and just continuing the healing over and over again. And that's just on a side note, that's the beautiful thing about this package is once you have the package, you have access to these, you have lifetime access to these. So you can re-access these healings anytime you want or need. Moving on to day 6. Day 6, we bring in Lady of the Lake. And again, Lady of the Lake is a very powerful divine being that oversees the magical awakening energy healing system. And when I bring her through, sometimes I don't tell her what to do. I just bring her through and she does what she feels is fit. There's been times when I've seen her deep shamanic extractions, soul retrievals, empowerment. So she, again, I don't tell her what to do. She comes through. Again, she's meeting you in that present moment when you're watching the video. And it's very powerful healing work. Day 7, we shift over to work with what I call the Angel of Eraser. And the Angel of Eraser is an angel that works to help erase energy that is no longer serving you. It will literally kind of delete and erase that energy. And the way we use it in day 7 is to work on deleting and erasing negative programming that may be existing in your mental body, emotional body, as well as in your brain. So through that video, we're actually asking the Angel of Eraser to go into your brain, literally go in and work to erase and shift, rewire patterns that are held in the neural pathways of your brain that you pick. So you're the one that's picking what issue it is you're wanting to release. So maybe you have an addiction and you're wanting the Angel of Eraser to erase that addictive pattern as it's held in your brain, and the Angel of Eraser then goes in and erases that from you so that you are then free from that particular pattern. Again, you choose what you want that angel to work on as long as it's working on some level of programming within your own consciousness. And then we also have a bonus aspect to the program, which is a 1-hour bonus healing, which is, again, a pre-recorded powerful healing that I did using the Reiki Divine Healing card deck, where I'm bringing them through similar to now, but as opposed to people asking questions, I'm just bringing them through so that each card is combining with other cards and just sending these deep waves of healing light. And again, I've had a lot of wonderful feedback on the healings that I've done using that deck. So that's the full package, and really excited for people to be able to deepen on their own journey with the assistance of these powerful beings that you have available once you've bought the package. Again, you have lifetime access to these beings and their energy.
Yeah, thank you. Wonderful. And it is very generously priced, and there is PayPal for payment option that is available in many countries to make it even more accessible to everyone. So a couple of questions for you, Brett. Thank you for taking us through this this journey that we can have. Do you recommend that we go into the sequence, maybe the first time, to run through the sequence as you described it?
Yeah, I would recommend going through the sequence. I mean, obviously, if you buy it and you feel the urge that you really need to go to the last day for some reason,
right,
nothing bad is going to happen to you if you do. But
sure.
I do, it was specifically designed with a certain way of kind of introducing you along a certain trajectory. I also really like that sense that on day one, it really is intended to be a daily practice where you have Olivia and Beautiful One just come in and clear your chakras, clear your aura, and kind of set the energy for your day. So I would say, if you can stick to at least going through those first seven days as they are, and then after that, if you want to bounce around, that's fine. And again, it's your free will choice. If you really feel drawn to do it differently, that's okay
sure.
too.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Absolutely. That makes total sense. I'm getting the sense, and there may be a number of people in our audience who need this, that this is a perfect program to give ourselves a very solid, pretty intensive, but yet we are guided and held through this journey, right? But I can see I'm being shown a calendar with 4 weeks, right? So going through 4 iterations of the full journey, and that can be so deeply healing. And I feel that it can be at the same time very profound, very deeply healing, but very gentle as well in the way it operates and working through these iterations, right?
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
Beautiful. Yeah. So yeah, and I love as you said, also creating the daily practice. Many people do not have a daily practice and would like to have one, don't know where to get started or how to do it. Well, this is the way. This is at least one way that is offered, and to have the healing masters, these very beautiful, powerful spirit healing masters, Olivia and Beautiful One, bring you a daily practice of clearing. Yeah, beautiful. I love it. Okay, thank you for creating this. I can get a sense of a build up, right? Then it seems to grow and grow. Then we come with Zion. Then we come with Lady of the Lake. And as you said, you don't tell her what to do. I hear you. Like you don't even dare. Just let her do her thing. Let her do her thing, and it's gonna be perfect. Okay. And I love the bonus that you're offering as well with the healing divine Reiki, Reiki divine healing deck that we're gonna get another immersion in that way. Okay, very beautiful. Thank you for creating this program and offering it for Graceful Connections. Thank you, Brett. So let's go back to take some more. Let's get our cascade keep flowing and expanding. So we're going to go back on the line. We're going to Apollo Beach, Florida with Imani. I'm unmuting you, Imani. Hello.
Hi, can you hear me?
Yes, welcome, Imani.
Hi. Greetings, everybody. Hello, Brett.
Hi.
How are you?
Good. How are you doing?
I'm doing wonderful. I heard about this program and I was immediately drawn to it. And I was just wondering if you were going to be able to draw a card from your Divine Reiki Healing deck to provide some wisdom and guidance for me.
Yeah, so the card I'm picking is from the suite of Reiki treatments. And it's a very powerful, specific treatment called Reiki lasers. And let me describe it a little bit first, and then we'll invoke the card. So the image of the card is of 2 hands and then the space between these hands, there's these little Reiki laser beams going from one hand to the other, as well as a collection of Reiki symbols. And the beautiful thing about the Reiki laser technique, it's part of the psychic Reiki healing system. And what this card will do, what I'll ask it to do shortly, is to create Reiki lasers connecting each and every bone in your body to each and every other bone in your body, which will manifest a beautiful web of Reiki light inside you. It just tends to be usually a very intense, deep, powerful healing. So I'm going to go ahead and invite it to do that now. So I'm inviting this card, the Reiki laser card, to manifest Reiki lasers between each and every bone in your body, connecting to each and every other bone in your body, manifesting a beautiful web of Reiki light existing inside of you now, as well as for everybody else on the call who would like to receive. And I'm also going to ask this card also to create Reiki lasers running through all of your organs and organ systems through time, literally running from the moment of your birth up to the present moment to help clear any trauma, any broken timelines in those organs or organ systems now. And again, all this is doing is creating a beautiful kind of web of Reiki light existing inside of you and also existing within you through time. And then we just kind of allow you just to sit in that space and let the energy kind of percolate and do its magic. Again, for those of you who aren't familiar, Reiki does have a divine intelligence to it, so it's always going to know what it is that you're needing. I, as the practitioner, or in this case, the cards, they're the ones sending the energy right now, I don't need to necessarily diagnose anything. I just ask the energy to come in, and it kind of knows what to do. And as it's percolating within you, I am seeing it almost kind of moving into the energy around your hands and wrists. So I don't know if that holds any significance for you, but definitely just allowing it to fill you, as well as anybody on the call who wants to receive, just filling you with this divine web of Reiki light composed of Reiki lasers connecting between all the bones in your body, each and every other bone in your body.
I definitely feel that because my hands are like tingling like crazy.
Beautiful. Beautiful.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you, Imani. Thank you. Blessings. Yeah, love and light to you. Thank you for bringing this beautiful set of Reiki lasers. So before we go on, just if anyone is wondering, we want to comment that part of the beauty of Reiki and Reiki's intelligence is that we can't overdose on Reiki, right? So it's okay to keep going and to keep adding to our cascade, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Excellent. So let's keep going. We are going to South San Francisco, California with Kathy. I'm unmuting you, Kathy. Hello.
Hi, Sophie. Hi, Brett. Thank you
Kathy.
for taking my call. Hi. This has been great, and I feel energy a lot, and I haven't been feeling it throughout my body, but I've been feeling work getting done in my head. A lot of it.
Wow.
Oh my God! So I would love what's coming through for me. Which card from the and the Reiki Divine Healing card deck sounds beautiful. What card has healing or wisdom for me?
The card that I picked when I just turned it over right now is the Archangel Raphael. And so, again, the card has an image of Raphael, and what the card can do is open an energetic portal directly from Raphael to you. So I'm going to ask this card to create an energetic portal to Raphael 6 inches above your crown chakra, to bring Raphael's energy directly into your aura, into your energy field, so that Raphael's presence is, and again, those who don't know, Raphael is the angel of healing. So bringing that presence in, literally into your energy field right now, and also inviting the card to do that also for everybody here on this call who would wish to partake in that part of the healing. And as, as Raphael's energy is coming, into your field, it's just bringing in that additional healing light from the angelic realm, and just kind of seeing it trickle through your body, almost like around like back of the neck, back of the shoulders, helping to release stress. And again, So what's going on right now in this particular healing is it's not doing Reiki on you. It's just simply opening an energetic portal. It's using the Reiki crystal and certain Reiki symbols to open an energetic portal to the angelic realm, directly to the Archangel Raphael, to bring Raphael's energy into your field right now.
Oh, thank you so much. I could feel something still going on in my head, and I'm sure it's, going throughout.
Yeah. And just this is just coming to me right now, is that you might want to consider doing some journaling or writing directly to Raphael. I think it's no accident that this card came up for you. So there may be particular wisdom for you to deepen that connection with Raphael.
Okay. All right. Great. Thank you so much.
You're very welcome.
Kathy. Thank you. Blessings. Okay, we're going to Pompano Beach, Florida. I believe it is, hold on, I'm muting you. Tamara? Is that Tamara?
Yes, this is Tamara. Hi.
Hello. Welcome, Tamara.
Thank you. Hi, Brett. You're powerful. I love what you're doing. I'm thinking there's so many beautiful modalities out there, and wow, to partake of so many. Right now, I've got to devote time to healing. So the question that you posed, and particularly anything dealing with the poisoning from the mold that I have that's in my brain and throughout my body. I have brain fog.
All right. So the card I'm picking is called the Universal Reiki Healing Grid. And that's a particular healing grid that's specific to some of my books. I'm not going to go into detail about how it works, but it is a powerful healing grid. And so what I'm going to ask this card to do is to bring you, as well as anybody on the call who wants to participate, into the Universal Reiki Healing Grid to work on the issue of your choice. So in your case, just hold that intention that it's working on the brain fog. For others, just hold the intention of whatever issue it is that you're wanting the energy to work on, and it's just going to be, doing some healing work on that issue for you. And we're just going to kind of allow that to unfold a little bit deeper before I move on. I know we've been kind of doing the cascade, but on this one, it just feels like it kind of wants to sink in on this particular one for a little bit before we move on to the next layer. And as I'm holding the card too, I'm just getting this sense of any opportunities to to be outside, get more just fresh air, that more kind of whatever you can do to just bring more of that sense of freshness into your lungs, into your sinuses. But the energy is definitely working with you right now. And I can hear some coughs, and that also is part of the purging process, part of moving thing out of your respiratory system that may be, again, then connecting into that brain fog. So it's just going to also intending that it's just working to clear as much as it can during this short time that we have together. And, I hear the cough, and that's actually a good thing. That means the energy is moving, it's purging, it's pushing things out. So, if that needs to continue for a while, just stay with it and just allow that to continue moving through you,
Beautiful. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you, Tamara.
Yeah. Can this get back to high IQ and you really let it out of you, the negative part? When you heal, can you get back your IQ?
Well, again, with all this work, especially combined. So if I was looking at your issue and thinking of the tools that are offered in the program, There's the daily clearing with Olivia and the beautiful one. There's also the physical healing, where they're clearing those creative rings. And when they clear those creative rings, again, one of those rings is about physical healing, and they do a deep physical healing. They also do a deep healing on the master cell. When they're healing that master cell, that's also radiating out to every cell in your body. That's including your brain cells. So, this would definitely be sending you on a path of healing towards reestablishing, that energetic blueprint of who you truly are and who you are truly meant to be. So I would see it as definitely setting you in that direction,
Yeah. Thank you. I was going to ask about this. So beautiful. Thank you. Thank you, Brett. Thank you, Tamara. Blessings. Thank you. Yeah, maybe even also the deep karmic clearing, right? What is the karma of this happening? I mean,
exactly.
And more importantly, clearing the karma of carrying this in this lifetime. So that's really, wow. Okay. Thank you.
And there's also, there's also the one that's the issue of your choice. So you can just pick that.
Well, straight to it. Exactly. It's kind of a direct case study of using the program for your specific issues and all the different ways, all the different components that can support you. So, wow, Beautiful. Perfect. Thank you, Tamara. Thank you. Blessings. Okay, we're going back to the Q&A. We are going to Charlestown with Mary Beth. So for Mary Beth, what card from the Reiki Divine Healing deck has healing and wisdom for Mary Beth?
Well, the card I'm picking is, again, a tool from Psychic Reiki. It's a beautiful, wonderful tool that is called the Reiki Sphere of Divine Grace. And the image on the card, there's this beautiful kind of sphere or bubble of Reiki light, and that really embodies what this tool is about. So what the card is going to do, and what the Reiki crystal in the card is going to do after I ask it to do this, it's going to create a Reiki sphere of divine grace around you and around everyone on the call who would like to receive it, which I see as basically a beautiful egg. If you could imagine a beautiful bubble or egg filled with the light of Reiki, totally enveloping you on all levels. So I'm going to ask this card now to create the Reiki sphere of divine grace around you and around everyone on this call who would like to receive it now. And that Reiki sphere of divine grace for me just always feels like I'm being held by the Mother of the Universe. It just allows me to sink in and relax and let go. It doesn't usually, to me, feel as intense as some of the other treatments like the Reiki lasers or the Universal Reiki Healing Grid, but it's just this really beautiful sense of just feeling supported and nourished and held in a very relaxing and opening way that just allows me to kind of go into that place of deep grace and surrender, which is a big part of healing.
Yeah, and how perfect is that in our orb of grace?
Yeah,
it's like we're adding up, we're like enhancing and magnifying our orb of grace with Reiki. So I love that this card showed up. Thank you. It will keep flowing, keep cascading, keeping our cascade going on. Thank you, Mary Beth. Blessings. We're going to Australia with Suze. So for Suze in Australia, what card from the Reiki Divine Healing deck?
Okay. So the card I picked is the Archangel Gabriel. So again, the card, the image is of a beautiful image of Gabriel with some flowers that look to me like lotus flowers. And what this card will do will bring in, again, that presence of Gabriel. And again, pardon me, it's a quick little sneeze on my end. Sorry about that.
Bless you.
What this card does is it brings in that energy of Gabriel. And again, Gabriel is often considered the messenger angel. So my invitation, as I bring this in through the card, would be for everybody just to kind of go in a place of deep listening and see what messages Gabriel might have for you once Gabriel is present with you. So asking this card now to create a Reiki portal 6 inches above your crown chakra and the crown chakra of anyone who wants to receive this healing, to bring a direct connection between you and the Archangel Gabriel now. And so again, here, just go into a place of deep listening for whatever messages, whatever intuitive insights that Gabriel may be bringing to you now. Some of you might even want to consider, jotting down or writing down any of those messages so that they don't get lost or forgotten. Just passing it back to you again, so if we want to continue the cascade.
Yeah, thank you. I was sensing let's add one more to complete and perfect our cascade, and then we have more beautiful experience to receive from you, Brett. So let's have one more request from Catherine in Santa Fe. Catherine in Santa Fe. What card from the Reiki Divine Healing deck? That's going to be the completion and perfection of our cascade for today.
So the card that first of all, I have to just put a shout out for, as one who grew up in New Mexico, a little shout out for Santa Fe. I miss the green chili and sopapillas there. But anyway. The card that I picked is Chakra Reiki. So the card is going to send Reiki to all of your chakras to just help clear the chakras. And the image on the card is of a beautiful image of a person and the different, chakra energy centers in their body. So I'm asking this card now to send Chakra Reiki to you and to everyone on this call who would like to receive it. So we're just allowing that to unfold from the card. So it's doing a nice chakra clearing on everybody here who would like to receive that healing. And we'll just let that unfold for a little bit. When you hear me sigh like that, that's just when I'm sensing people in the group field having an energetic release. So.
Yeah. You're hearing the sighs of relief spreading through the audience. Beautiful. Thank you. Wow. What an amazing cascade, Reiki healing cascade. I love the variety of the cards and of the healings and energies that have been offered. So thank you for everyone who requested. There are many more requests, but we can trust that what everyone on the call, on the replay, and the whole group, the highest good of all has been served through these requests. And thank you, Brett, for bringing this cascade. It feels like a very beautiful and powerful and shimmering puzzle that now is complete. It's like, wow, very, very, very interesting. This experience of receiving all these cascading transmissions through the cards that we don't even see the cards. So that's very fascinating. Yeah, it shows. It speaks to the power of them, right?
It does, and the nice thing about the bonus video that's in the offering is that that is a video, and as I'm doing the healing, I do hold the cards up so that you can actually see them and get a sense of the beautiful and amazing artwork. And one thing that I do just want to mention as a side note, even though I'm telling the cards what to do. Again, I'm not sending the healing. The cards are sending the healing. And the beautiful thing about this deck is you yourself do not even have to be attuned to Reiki to use them. So anybody who owns the deck can use them to send healing to themselves or others.
Right. So it's a way to get access to Reiki with or without Reiki initiation. So
Exactly.
Yeah, very beautiful and powerful. Thank you. So before we get to experience, we did experience this healing cascade, but very soon we're going to experience a live healing session with Brett and your guides, Olivia and the beautiful one. That's very exciting. Before we do that, I want to wrap up the special offer and also make a special announcement. So special offer from Brett, Healing from Beyond the Veil, the 7 healing video series to really harness the divine wisdom and healing abilities of spiritual masters to create lasting change in your physical, emotional, energetic bodies. And you have the bonus 1-hour healing video. So you have all the details on gracefulconnections.com/Brett Healing. If you're on the webcast, you have the button and the link to click to get to the page. If you're on the replay, just scroll down the page and to discover and purchase Brett's special offer. The special announcement is that Brett is generously offering a fast action bonus for any purchases by Sunday, April 6th at midnight Pacific. So Brett, please tell us about your fast action bonus, the Psychic Reiki Angelic Group Immersion Healing.
Yeah, so that was a powerful healing that happened about 1.5 years ago. So I do a monthly healing with a subscription base where we use Psychic Reiki Group Healing. And during this one particular event, I was told just when we went into it to actually invite in the entire angelic realm and to attune them to their own Reiki crystal. They probably already have it anyway, but I was told to attune them to their own Reiki crystal and then to ask them to send Reiki to everybody on the call. Well, the beautiful thing about, video and audio with energy healing is that it lasts through time. So even though that happened 1.5 years ago, if you watch the video, you still can feel and experience the power of that healing. And so in that healing, literally there's, all these angels from the angelic realm that are sending Reiki to everybody on the call as part of the healing. It's really a very deep and powerful healing. So again, I encourage anybody who wants to take advantage of accessing that to do the fast action bonus.
Oh yeah, definitely. It's a whole big chunk in addition. So just to clarify, can we use, is it for a specific purpose or can we pick and choose what purpose, what intention we're gonna use this session for?
So for that particular session, it actually goes very deep. So it begins by me actually empowering the viewer to their own Reiki crystal, teaching them how to do a psychic Reiki session on themselves. And then when the angels come in, is at the end of that process is what I call the group immersion, where everyone on the call is sending Reiki to each other simultaneously. And that's when I invite the angels to come in as well. So it's in that last third that you get this extra additional powerful wave of the angelic realm literally sending Reiki to everybody too. So the video is not just you getting a healing from the angels. You're getting that, but you're also getting empowered to psychic Reiki. You're learning how to give a short psychic Reiki to yourself, and then you're also receiving that beautiful group healing at the end that includes the angels.
Wow. Yeah. Oh, that's very special. Thank you. I'm glad that you mentioned this because it brings it even higher in value and what this means for us, right? So definitely take advantage of this fast action bonus. It expires on Sunday, April 6th at midnight Pacific. And thank you for adding this. It's very generous, and it's really brilliant. I'm seeing, I was, as you were describing, I'm seeing like a symphonic orchestra. As you were describing the angels, like a symphonic orchestra. So, when it gives the full-on power that every instrument goes on, it's kind of the experience, I guess. So, very, very powerful.
We're very much on the same wavelength, because that's the terminology that has been coming to me recently, that I should refer to as angelic.
Okay, well.
So yeah.
Okay, we're in sync and we're in tune. Yeah, no wonder we're in the orb of grace. So Grace does the connections. Absolutely. Okay. So, highlight of our event today. That's what you said, Brett, that this is the highlight of our event today. I want to say that we've had many highlights already with the readings, with the wisdom that was shared. But I guess this is really the cherry on our healing cake, that we're going to delight in healing experience with you, Brett, and your guides, Olivia and the beautiful one. So this is our chance to experience these two guides who are very much involved in the package Healing from Beyond the Veil. So we get to experience them. So anything you want to share about the process you're gonna lead, please do, and then let's do it. Thank you, Brett.
Yeah, well, I would say, first of all, just make sure, hopefully all of you probably already are in a nice, comfortable position, whether you're seated or lying down. But if you're not, make sure that you are. And we're just going to begin first, I'm inviting both Olivia and the beautiful one to come in. And we're first just going to do some chakra clearing and then move on to some deeper levels of healing. So right now I'm just asking Olivia and beautiful one to work on clearing your root chakra as well as the first layer of your aura. And when they're doing that, what they're doing is they're moving out any pictures, any agendas that might be coming from other people or from the outside world, anything that is being held in your root chakra and in the first layer of your aura that isn't really authentically you or authentically for your highest good. So they're just kind of moving that energy out, transforming it, releasing it, and recycling it so that it's no longer an energetic obstacle for you. And we're going to kind of hold that for just a little bit longer on the root chakra and the first layer of the aura. And again, when you hear me sigh like that, that's just me responding to energy that's being released in the group field. And inviting them now to move up a little higher and do clearing work on the second chakra as well as the second layer of the aura. Again, moving out any pictures, any agendas from other people, from society, from the world, anything that's been put into your energetic space that is not serving your highest good. And when I say put into your energetic space, a lot of times the way that works is, maybe somebody wants you to be a certain way, or it can even be well-meaning, right? It can be maybe a well-meaning uncle or aunt who wants you to do something, but maybe that something that they want you to do isn't really for your highest good or for your benefit. But that energetic picture that's coming from them is still being transmitted into your energy field. And so sometimes we subconsciously respond to that without really even knowing that it's there. So what Olivia and Beautiful One are doing is they're just clearing those pictures out, clearing out those pictures that are from other people, other beings, society as a whole that don't serve you. And so they're clearing that out of your second chakra and the second layer of your aura. And I'm asking them now to move up to the third chakra. Again, the third chakra is really your power center just above your navel, and also asking them to work on the third layer of your aura just to, again, clear from your third chakra and the third layer of your aura any pictures, any energetic cords or hooks, anything there that's not serving your highest good. And again, a lot of times when people are trying to control us or tell us what to do or be in charge of our reality for us, they will often hook into our power center, our third chakra. So this is an important area to keep clear energetically. And I'm also going to invite Olivia and Beautiful One to not only clear those cords, but also to go into the pictures that allowed those cords to be established in the first place and to do healing work there as well. And a lot of the work that they do is really about maintaining a sense of energetic sovereignty over your own energy field, so that you're the one who's in charge, so that it's your energy that's really operating in your chakras and meridians in your aura, rather than pictures and agendas that are coming from other people. From here, I'm inviting them now to move up to the area of your heart chakra, and is also to clear the heart chakra as well as the fourth layer of the aura. And again, the heart chakra can sometimes hold old wounds, so, emotional issues. So it's totally normal sometimes when healing happens at this chakra that sometimes, some tears can move and be released, or old feelings might bubble up and emerge, and just allow them to flow if they do. There's no shame in letting that energy just to move and flow as it needs to and as it sees fit. And because sometimes energy can bleed over from the heart chakra actually into the physical heart, what I'm going to do right now is ask Olivia to continue the healing on the heart chakra and the fourth layer of the aura, and I'm going to ask Beautiful One to actually shift over and focus on bringing some healing to the physical heart. And again, this is happening for everybody on the call. And from here, I'm now moving up to the fifth chakra, the throat chakra, as well as the fifth layer of the aura, and asking Olivia and Beautiful One just to do a deep clearing of the fifth chakra and the fifth layer of the aura for everybody who's on the call. And again, they're just moving out any pictures, any agendas from other people, other beings that might be trying to influence you. And again, it's not that these other people or other beings are necessarily malevolent or have bad intentions. It's just that often, whether it's people who are in a body or ancestors or other beings who might be less evolved than us, and yet who are trying to influence us, right? So what Olivia and Beautiful One is doing, they're just simply moving those pictures and those energies out of your energy space so that you have energetic autonomy, so that you are in charge of what's showing up in your energy field. And from here, I'm now moving up to the sixth chakra, which again is that third eye, that psychic center for you. And I'm asking Olivia and Beautiful One to clear your sixth chakra as well as the sixth layer of your aura. And while doing that, I'm going to invite Beautiful One to focus a little bit directly on everybody's brain, while Olivia continues working on the sixth chakra and the sixth layer of the aura. And I'm just going to ask Beautiful One just to do any particular brain healing. So she's not doing like deprogramming. We'll leave that for the angel of eraser that's part of the program. But what she can do is just do good physical healing on the brain. Sometimes maybe we're not getting enough of the right vitamins. Sometimes maybe we're suffering from the effect of a previous concussion or an injury. So she's just working more on those physical aspects of the brain, bringing healing wherever she can during this short time that we have together. And from here, I'm inviting Olivia now to work on clearing the seventh chakra and the seventh layer of the aura. And I'm going to ask Beautiful One to continue that brain healing that she's doing. And I'm now inviting Beautiful One to go up and join Olivia on doing healing on that seventh layer of the aura and the seventh chakra. And I'm also going to invite both of them to just go a little bit above that and do some healing on those three creative rings that I mentioned that are part of the program. So clearing that creative ring that's about your connection to your body, clearing that energetic ring that is about your connection with your own sense of personal power, and also clearing that connection which is about you and your connection to the divine. And then I'm going to ask Olivia to bring in the Christ Force energy and just kind of shower that down into you. And I'm asking Beautiful One to bring that energy that she brings through from the ancient healing temples of Atlantis. And together they're just going to kind of power wash your entire energy field with both the Christ Force energy and this energy from the ancient healing temples in Atlantis. And just kind of power washing your energy field. So just wash out whatever needs to be moved out of your energy field. And then from here, I'm inviting Olivia and Beautiful One to create a beautiful golden sun existing above you that is of the vibration of your own highest essence, matching your own present time growth vibration. And asking them to slowly bring that down, bringing it down from above you, down into your crown, down into your head, down into your jaw, down into your neck, into your upper shoulders, flowing both down your arms as well as down the rest of your torso, down your chest, down into your abdomen, down into your hips and into your thighs, down into your knees, down your calves, all the way down to the bottoms of your feet. So that's basically refilling you with your own highest essence, your own energy at its highest level. And again, matching your present time growth vibration. And from here, I just also want to, at this point, I'm going to just ask Olivia and Beautiful One just to send a little last blessing to everyone on the call, and to you, Sophie, for asking me to be part of this beautiful event today. So just sending a little final blessing, and then I'm going to, they've been hanging out with me for the last 2 hours, so I'm going to give thanks and gratitude to them and ask them to go back into their spirit realm where they will continue doing healing work on themselves and each other. So giving my deep gratitude to them, and also giving my gratitude to everybody who has joined us today on this call. My gratitude again to you, Sophie, and also my gratitude to the Reiki Divine Healing card deck, which, you know, did provide all the healing that we were doing beforehand. So.
Yeah. Wow. Wow. Thank you. Thank you, Brett, Olivia, and Beautiful One. That was very profound, very palpable, very quick and incredibly efficient. And I love that how you brought us layer by layer to our sanctuary. That's the word that came to my awareness at some point, in peace and in purity of our own inner sanctuary. And as this word came to my awareness, that's when you talked about the energetic sovereignty. So I felt that it really matched the intention. And so thank you so much for this experience, this gift, this blessing that you and Olivia and Beautiful One have blessed us with. Yes. Wow.
Well, thank you again for having me on.
Oh, yeah. Thank you. Thank you for joining us and answering yes to the call. So everyone, at this stage, we really have a clear sense of how Brett and his guides, his team from Beyond the Veil will brilliantly support you with your healing of deep karmic wounds, with gaining control over your own energy field and therefore your own life. With physical healing opportunities which go deeper with repeated use, Also reclaiming your power, which also grows with repeated use. Also rewiring and releasing negative programming from your brain, your mental body, energy field, and bringing deep healing to the issues of your choice over and over again. So go ahead and take action now with healing from beyond the veil, and make sure to get the extra benefit of Brett's fast action bonus, the Psychic Reiki Angelic Group Immersion Healing. Wow. Let's take a moment. Let's take a moment to be present once again to the orb of grace, allowing it to remain there, holding us, holding all that we have experienced, that we have received today, all that we're not even yet aware that we have received, allowing it to sink in, to settle in. As we are held in the orb of grace for as long as it serves our highest good, our evolution, and the highest good of all. And I'm closing now by giving gratitude to each and every one of you in the audience. Thank you for answering yes to the calling of grace and the calling of profound healing and wisdom to be received from beyond the veil. Yes, we have received a lot today. Wow. Immense gratitude to you, wonderful, brilliant Reiki master and healer Brett Bevell, and your team of healing guides for all the insight, and your deck, your divine Reiki healing deck, for all the insights, the wisdom, the brilliance, and the offerings that you have gifted us today through all the graceful connections that have been woven with you and your masterful expertise. It was really a special time together with you, Brett. Thank you.
Well, thank you. Thank you again. It was my pleasure, and thank you so much for having me.
Yeah, thank you. You'll come again. We'll invite you again. So for now, gratitude to the Orb of Grace for providing a safe, sacred space for our time together, and gratitude for all the grace we are blessed with at every moment. Whether we're aware of it or not, it offers all the nourishment, the nurturing, the healing, the revelations, and the realizations that we open our hearts to receive all along this journey. Gratitude to our higher selves and all the higher beings who guide, support, and protect us, and gratitude to the divine. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Until we meet again, many graceful blessings to you all. Thank you, Brett. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, and goodbye now.
Thank you.